Hi everybody, welcome back to the stream. I'm back with some more Kentucky Route Zero. I think we're nearing the end of the game. It seems like we're in the last, 2 chapters. So I might be able to beat it tonight. Oh, I gotta turn this down on my end. Okay. Hey, just a quick one here. I'm going ashore to do some mushroom hunting. This little island is my favorite spot, and I figured we're already running late. What's one more unscheduled stop? I just need to find Will and get him up here to keep an eye on things. You know, I bet he's asleep. Could you run down and wake him up for me? Bunks are down on the lower level, right next to the map room. Oh yeah, I think I chose not to go to the island. Okay. I guess the mammoth is not impressed. Okay. Record a lecture plays from a tape machine next to Will's bunk, and even hinted that he had in mind a design for this device, as recorded in the diary and sundry observations. Reading, why should personalities in another existence or sphere waste their time working a little triangular piece of wood over a board with a certain lettering on it? The whole business seems so childish to me. If we are to make any real progress in psychic investigation, we must do it with scientific apparatus. Again, for Edison, a technical solution to every problem. He goes on to suggest the parameters of the apparatus. And yes, a question in the back, James. Indistinguishable. Yes, this idea of personalities lingering after death does appear to be in conflict with Edison's theories about what he called life units, the subatomic entities that animate matter and then scatter to other configurations when a person passes on. But given Edison's emphasis on memory and cognition, remember, we're talking about the inventor of the phonograph, and his colorful description of the swarm of the interchangeable. Drone-like Edison even uses the word proletarian life units animating the human mind. His theory naturally posits that any individual life unit possesses on its own some fragment of memory. So, according to Edison, when life units recombine from, say, a soldier into, say, a flower, we may be able, using some apparatus, to coax out from the flower memories of war. Okay. Hey, Will. Well, hello, small man. You caught me in my pre-dawn nap. I try to sleep in the little nibbles when I can, and maximizes my time in the threshold states. What were you listening to? It says that. Well, I used to work at a university, and I'd always eavesdrop on lectures through the ventilation system. Anything and everything. I'm a polymath by nature. An old friend recently found this box of tape-recorded lectures next to the dumpster there, and passed them on in the spirit of fondly recalling better days. This one is History of the Philosophy of Death. Yikes. I play these old tape lectures during my little nibble naps to absorb the information more easily. It's pretty effective. I wish I could do everything half asleep. Can't say I learned very much just now, though. I may have been too busy dreaming, a vivid, narcotic fantasia aboard the... But those are always the quickest to dissipate. I'd better tell you about it now before the spell is broken. I was small, not a child, an animal maybe. I patrolled the quarters of a great iron ship, searching for scraps and mice, I think, and crying, always, a weak and mournful mew. Other crewmen slumped in odd corners or lay drunk on the deck. The halls smelled of shame, defeat, and rock-gun corn whiskey. They dumped artillery into the water, tore their flags into cloth strips, and made handkerchiefs to bury their sobbing faces. They drifted on Lake Lethe, drinking the cold black water and eating eyeless fish raw. When they at last ran out of cooking fuel, they seemed, in their despair, to forget even language. After an interval of years, the ship crossed a threshold into absolute silence. Silence except for my hopeless, whimpering cry. Anyway, that's all I remember. Sorry you had a bad dream. Lately, I never remember my dreams. Sorry you had a bad dream. Oh, no. Not bad. Unsettling. Puzzling. But thanks for your concern, Doc. Well, I got a stew to start. You may want to hurry back above deck. I believe we're about to pass the Bat Sanctuary. It's quite a thing to see. Okay. Kate came back from her mushroom hunting excursion with a small basket full of oddly colored caps and stems. No doubt delicious to a morsel. Of course, she intended to use many of them in her medical practice to ease the pain, nausea, and anxiety of pregnant women. But I can usually rely on my charms to snare a bite or two. I have no preferences when it comes to mushrooms, by which I mean that I treat them all interchangeably. I prefer not to know their names or qualities before I cook them up and eat them. That seems kind of dangerous. You don't know what you're cooking, okay? It's useless after all. They escape your erudition, as the fellow says. Hey, Rambro, how's it going? That's a good mushroom hunting island, I guess. It's plenty damp, and they've got the cypress trees there to grow on. Of course, they're not indigenous, the cypress trees, I mean. Everyone down here seems to agree that they were planted as some kind of marker or memorial. And most people will tell you if they've got a distant relation or acquaintance who helped dig a hole or water a seedling. Oh, nice! Well, I hope you had a nice time. What kind of barbecue did you guys have? Ribs? But nobody remembers what it was all for, and nobody left a plaque or anything. It's a shame. Looks like it must have been a lot of work. Well, at least we have the trees. And the mushrooms. Shannon helped me fix up a mushroom stew in the kitchen. Shannon and her friend set out in the dinghy to deliver a package at the telephone. Let's go deliver a package. Scene 7. Echo River Central Exchange. Thanks again for your help. This is about as far as a tugboat can go. You know, the noise and lights disturb the bats. I usually send Will, but I thought you'd like a chance to meet Deshelle. He's the guy who worked at the TV station WEVP. So, you'll pass through the bat sanctuary, which is really nice. By the way, be sure to check out all the plaques and stuff for, cool bat facts. Plenty of time. Anyway, the Echo River Central Exchange, or excuse me, Consolidated Auxiliary Switch number 30, they changed the name when the power company took over. Anyway, it's just on the other side of the bat sanctuary. This package is going to Poppy. She's an operator. The operator. Okay. We'll meet you on the other side at Sam and Ida's for our scheduled early breakfast stop. Just follow the river, can't miss it. Oh, hey, Jack. Fun fact about foraging for mushrooms, you shouldn't actually eat any mushroom before it's raw. Why is that? Could it poison you, or? I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm kind of near the end. It's in the last, second to last chapter at the moment. Oh, I almost forgot. You may or may not be interested. There's this kind of weird memorial sculpture on your way in, just before the bat sanctuary. I always recommend people at least stop and take a look at it. It's really sort of, I don't know how to say it. You should check it out. You never know how your body will react to new mushrooms. Even edible ones could cause issues. Yeah, I could see. Okay, bye. All right, let's have fun. Spooky. All right. Read this. Sign. We claim these helmets in the names of the folks who wore them, and we place them here in their memory, but also as a spit in the greedy green eye of the power company who bought up our old mine and traded our brothers and sisters' safety for a little more yield, but only yielded 28 good men and women dead when the walls collapsed and the tunnels filled with water. Oh, jeez. That's not good. I remember when that one LADT from the Netflix show Gloop. Oh, Gloop just chomped on some raw ones she found. They didn't even look at the species it said they were. Oh, jeez. Their lungs were black, but they're washed clean and full of water, too, and swept through hidden tunnels into some awful cave we never will find, and so we guess the water buried them for us, so let this here be the marker for their graves. And if any son of a bitch from that power company wants to take back these helmets as company property, just you try it and see what will happen. Hey, Elkhorn. That's the mine we met in, where your folks, worked. Looks like it's been here a while. I sure as hell wouldn't mess with it. You think whoever wrote it is still that angry? I don't think you ever forget anger like that. No, I guess you probably don't. This probably stirs up, how do you... It's fine, I'm glad this is here. People should remember this happened. It brings back some anger for me, too. The other miners made this, but it should have been the power company. It's their fault. Okay, I'll just say I'm glad. Well, here we are remembering, and I didn't even know it the first time around, but here I am remembering it now. That's a fine memorial, I guess. Oh no, there's some, like, distillery dudes. I don't see you. What? You're looking at me like I'm crazy, haha. Just sometimes I forget I don't even really know you that well. Are you feeling okay? It's nothing. Are you feeling okay? Sure. It doesn't hurt anymore, my leg. It just kind of numb. Like, it's not there. My shoulder too, actually. That's an old one, though, from an accident. I'm lucky I just had some nerve damage there. It probably should have been a lot worse. You know, those guys from the distillery are just making the best of a bad situation. Just like the rest of us. Hey, one of them said to me earlier they could even help me take care of these medical bills for my leg. You know, get it all together on a plan, consolidated. Okay, why don't you talk to them about that? That sounds like a really bad idea. Hey, if we can find her, maybe Weaver could get you out of this thing with the distillery. She has experience with them. Well, it does sound like a bad idea, because it sounds like they're just gonna trap them in debt forever. Let's do that one. Oh, sure, could be. Anyway, I have a feeling it'll all work out. Even this delivery, even for me. Yeah, we're almost there, right? Hell, at this point, I bet we could just take off the parking brake and that truck would roll into the 5 Dogwood Drive by itself. Hey, Kari. Going okay. I think I'm near the end. Well, I'm on the second to last chapter, so. Listen. That old truck I've been driving belonged to my boss, Ira, Set's husband. To be honest, Ira didn't like me very much, but somehow Liz got into her mind that he would have wanted me to have that truck someday. Maybe to make up for all the yelling he did. Or maybe so his ghost could hold it over me. Just one more thing to feel like I owed him for. Anyway, they got their own trucks at the distillery, and now that the antique shop is closing up, I've got no use for that old truck. I was thinking you could take it. Barely know you. That's very generous, but I don't need a truck. Sure, I could keep an eye on it for you until you get straightened out. So let's say that, I guess. Sure, okay, sounds good. Visitors to the Echo River Split-Nose Brown Bat Artificial Hibernaculum and Sanctuary are asked to take extra precautions in order to prevent the introduction of foreign fungal contaminants and the spread of white nose syndrome. Please do not visit the sanctuary during the same day in which you visited any cave known or suspected to host bats infected with white nose syndrome. What is white nose syndrome? Please do not leave your vehicle. If you must leave your vehicle, please remove your shoes, clothes, jewelry, headwear, and eyeglasses to ensure you do not bring any foreign spores ashore with you. Please do not touch any bats or structures. The split-nosed brown bat is confused by a light. If you're using a lantern or other artificial light source, be aware that it may attract and confuse bats. If you're approached by bats, do not panic, relax. Stop your vehicle and switch off your light. Never touch a bat. Okay. fact, ever talk with your mouth full? Bats do it all the time. Bats talk in extremely high-frequency clicks, too high for humans to hear. Then they use their powerful ears to scan for the echoes of these ultrasonic clicks. By comparing very subtle differences in the time these echoes take to come back, differences of just million blah blah blah, I can't talk tonight, just millionths of a second, bats are able to picture their environment with enough accuracy to catch a flying insect. Once a bat has caught an insect in its mouth, it's still flying, so it still needs to avoid running into anything. So bats keep clicking away even while they munch on tasty bug snack. It may be poor table manners, but it's crucial for surviving in the dark. I wonder how the other bats know whether one of them is really talking or just chasing a bug. Let's see, I think when they're actually communicating it sounds more like singing. Sometimes it's hard to know with people too. I don't know, let's do the first one. I'd like to hear that. Hopefully a bat won't fly into our heads. Damn, it's really dark down here. Are you still there? Sorry, just thinking. Oh, there you are. Hope that's you. Haha. I just think about I guess we were talking about your folks a minute ago. To be honest with you, I don't think about her that often. Your cousin brought her up earlier and she's just been on my mind. It's good your folks have a memorial. A lot of people, nobody remembers them when they're gone. You mean like your mom? You mean like you? Oh, no, she would have hated that. I don't know what I mean. Haha. The split-nosed brown bat's natural diet mostly consists of moths and other small insects that breed along the river. Here are artificial hibernaculum and sanctuary. We use a combination of chemical snares and ultrasonic wards to repel all potentially contaminant-bearing insects and replace them with our own locally bred and spawned hypoallergenic antiseptic pseudo moths, which we call the little gray nothing moth. Huh, okay. Hey Emperor, how's it going? You may be thinking that the other moths and insects the split-nosed brown bat would have been eating are very much relieved that their natural predator has found another food source. Not so. We've installed netting and highly effective moth traps along the river where the split-nosed brown bat normally hunts to balance their escape from the food chain. But eating moths isn't the only systematic contribution these bats make. They also produce a potent fertilizer in the form of guano that helps plant life thrive along the Echo River, the shore of Lake Lethe. In order to minimize the sanctuary's impact on subterranean agriculture, we collect that precious guano here at the hibernaculum and manually distribute throughout the caves. It's a full-time job. Sounds like a lot of work. They eat fake moths? I wonder how bats would feel about their guano being taken like that. It's all fake except for the bats. Hypoallergenic antiseptic pseudomoths, the little gray nothing moth. Well, a lot of people eat fake food, right? Food taken apart and then put back together so it looks and tastes like something they remember eating before, even if they never really did. Right. It is reassuring to know someone's taking care of everything for these little bats. It kind of bothers me, like they're tricking the bats. Oh, my my day was okay. Not too busy. I mean, I was kind of busy after lunch, but my Friday's tomorrow, so I'm excited. Long weekend. How was your day? You have a good day at work? Okay, who's gonna build the people hibernaculum? Maybe we can build it ourselves. Maybe we already did. Like the folks in the mine who said they used to buy stuff. Fans, canaries, all those little trinkets to make it bearable. There's still a lot of stuff down there. It feels cluttered, but human. I just mean, all people need is enough to pretend we're home, and we can make it anywhere. Sure, people can, but what about bats? You get kind of lost to drinking. Did anyone tell you that? I don't know, should I bring attention to his drinking? Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I guess I do. No, this is nothing. I used to have this drinking buddy who would get loaded and tell the weirdest damn riddles, like, which is more musical, a truck passing by a factory or a truck passing by a music school? Ha, count your blessings. Okay. Better hang on a minute. It feels like there's one kind of hovering right over me. They don't really hover, though, do they? I mean, how could they? I guess a lightning bug will hover by beating its wings really fast. Maybe they can do that, too. I used to watch lightning bugs in the evening out at the edge of the woods. Lisette's kid, Charlie, he loved them, you know? He ended up going to college and studying astronomy, and I like to think he got his love for stars from those nights watching bugs. Too bad he died from the roof accident. Anyway, me and Charlie, sometimes we try to see one of them up close. You lay in the grass and you have to be totally still for a while. Like one of those wax sculptures. Don't even breathe, like this. Oh, you can't see me, huh? I was doing the watching lightning bugs in the grass face. I think I can imagine it. Yeah, you've seen it already. When I fell in the mine. Kinda stunned. In shock. Haha. Hey, who were you talking to earlier when we met in the mine? You were on the phone with someone. I forgot about that. My ex. Just a friend. Just a friend. Alejandra. Mark. I don't even remember who she was talking to. We met in school and we're still pretty close. She has kids now, so we don't talk much. I was just venting on the phone about my landlord situation. She called me to chat about something. She didn't really have the time for it, busy doing other things. Okay, patient. I actually hate talking on the phone. Me too. Yeah, I try not to use it. I like to see someone's hands when they talk. Most people never learn how to lie with their hands, so anything you see there, you can pretty much take for the truth. White nose syndrome is still largely a mystery. We suspect that the white fungal growth, which appears on the bats' faces and wings, irritates and confuses them, causing them to awaken early from hibernation and venture outside, depleting stored energy they need to survive through the winter. but biologists are nowhere near curing the disease. It spreads quickly and is highly fatal. In this way, white nose syndrome has drawn some comparisons to colony collapse disorder as suffered by bees. White nose syndrome and colony collapse disorder are sudden, violent, and mysterious. Will honeybees and the split-nosed brown bat be two more lost species, wiped out in a geological blink and forgotten to natural history? It's possible that a cure won't be identified in time, so the sanctity of this artificial hibernaculum is our best hope of preserving them. As you leave the Echo River split-nosed bat hibernaculum and sanctuary, please make sure your vehicle and clothing are free of hitchhikers. Lisette's sick. I mean, she's old. We're both old. Hell, you're about the youngest person I know right now. Oh, and the kid. Maybe Homer. By a people calendar. In dog years, though, I bet he has us all beat. So, I'm old too, sure, and I forget stuff all the time, especially if I had a few and my brain is swimming. But I mean, Liz, it's all going away. She's losing words you never think she'd think you'd lose. Not just like the streets you grew up on, but the names of colors and types of furniture. Or I mean, even the word furniture. She'd say, we still got a few nice pieces in the, what's that I call the shed where we put them? The bigger pieces, the beds and the couches, and I'd say, oh Liz, why do you keep teasing me about the time I fell asleep in the furniture shed when it's so damn comfortable in there? I tried to help her keep some dignity, you know? Well, that was nice. That was all I had to offer in the end. She has a sister in Nashville who will take good care of her. And now that I'm not around the shop all the time, what's that old guy's name? Used to make deliveries for the shop. He smells like leather. Ira was always yelling at him, too drunk to work on the one day he could have been in the right place in the right time. She means a lot to you, or worried about losing her. You feel pretty badly about the accident. Do you think she blames you? You know, it's inevitable. At this age, people are going all the time. Friends, family, everyone. It's natural. I don't wish she'd live forever, just that she keeps some dignity as she goes. I think that's the best we can wish for anyone we care about. Okay, I think the bats are clearing out. I wonder what happens if you're a dick and just leave your light on. Okay, we got Flora or this. Careful up there. Can't drive your new truck if you slip and break your legs. I'll be careful. You two try not to make any more bad deals while I'm gone. Just don't fall asleep. Haha, I'll just be floating along down here. Just mean keep your eyes open and don't look back. Are you gonna ditch me? Oh, I think he's gonna ditch me. Laura, oh hi, I remember you. What are you doing down here? Do you know where the telephone exchange operator is? Singing, I don't know what that means. I'm just exploring. I like the dark, underground places. I'm a romantic. Okay. So am I think. Or I think I'm more classical myself. Let's disagree. Yeah, you'd have to be to hang out down here. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Oh, this is the person I need. Hello, I got a package. Could be bypassed with another capacitor at 100 nanofarads to reduce noise. Huh, that's a pretty good idea. They're probably picking up all kinds of radio interference. Pleased to meet you. We don't install this type of phone for customers anymore, but there are quite a few of them still in circulation. Anyway, the new system doesn't source enough current to ring these old bells, so I'm trying to come up with a workaround. Maybe a little box the customer could attach right before the wall jack. I bet. You seem very comfortable with electronics. Is this your first time down here? Yeah, I can tell. Your eyes can't quite adjust to the light. It takes some practice. Is that a bar on the other side? I hope my friend doesn't go over there. Believe it or not, I've been coming here since I was a kid, for one reason or the next. Back then, this place was a train station. It's true. They had bats then, too, but they were considered a nuisance. What did you come here for as a kid? Train station, what happened to it? Well, the river shifted and this place slowly filled with water, carrying the trains away with the current. It does that, the river, and I don't begrudge it. It's a good reminder that everything we have is borrowed, even trains. Eventually, someone at the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces heard this place was still empty, so they moved the phone company in here. I returned here as a young lineman, a skill I picked up in wartime, running telephone wires behind enemy lines. We used trees instead of poles. I miss that, actually. They were easier to climb. It's just as well I'm in no shape to be climbing anything these days. The closest I get is patching up the wiring in the crystal room for the WEVP folks. TV station. Kate says you're the only one who could tell me where it is. The crystal room? Did you ever know a girl named Weaver? Oh, maybe. They should print some maps. It's not really supposed to be a secret, but it's not common knowledge either. That must be why they're always short-staffed. Haha. Listen, miss, if you're interested in WEVP, you should go talk to them directly. They're always looking for volunteers. Take the ferry over to the silo. There's a mail stop there. They don't have a sign or anything, just ask around. I guess I'll get back to this damn old ringer. Poppy's just a little further down if you're dropping off that package. Nice chatting with you. Okay. Abel and Eloise, the lovers' couriers. Bred for racing, Abel and Eloise spent most of their lives as carrier pigeons in the employ of the Echo River Avian Post. They retired here after Abel was disfigured in an accident with a light aircraft. But old habits were hard to die. Abel and Eloise would pick up scraps of paper from the ground, the trash, even pull them out of pockets and deliver them to other people nearby, to the delight or embarrassment. Aww. Word spread, and travelers passing through this tunnel began to come prepared with love letters, poems, and other written desires to pass along indirectly through these pigeons. After a hard day's work, Abel and Eloise would always be found nestled closely together in a disused newspaper stand set aside for their habitation, and that's where we left them. Oh, there's Poppy. I got a package. Just set it right over there by the lamp, sweetie. Thanks. Actually, just a minute. Who does that parcel claim to be from? Consolidated Power Co., Laszlo Electronics. That's weird. There's no label on it. Let's say Laszlo. Oh, must be my new patch cables. And not a minute too soon. This one here is hanging on by a fiber. So, who are you? Do you work for the post office or the tugboat? I only ask because I haven't seen you before. Was that you I heard chatting down the hall? I've been working on that obsolete, oh my god, I can't read this word. Obsolete ringer, hasn't he? Poor Deschel. You know, he's not really... He was let go a while back. A long while, actually. When they started reconstructing, he was one of the first to go. But he talked them into letting him come every day and fiddle with some interminable project. He says it's to keep a long gap from growing on his resume, but I think he just has nothing better to do. One of those old men who needs to work, you know? Doesn't know how to be any other way. Well, there are no real jobs here, but there are fake jobs, I guess. It wasn't always like this. When I came to work at the Echo River Central Exchange, there were 12 of us. Loretta, Edna, May, Kara, Marie, Lois, Liz, Hester, Angie, Wilma, Connie. I was number 12. Connie and I were hired on the same day, but she showed up early. Marie finished college, and Hester was fired for snapping at a rude caller. But he had it coming. I hear she did just fine on her own, so they hired Beryl, Jana, and Sachiko, which brought us up to 13, and that was as many operators as we ever had here at one time. The power company came along, buying up all the lines, and one day they took the exchange as a throw-in, like it was nothing, and then they started phasing us out. Edna, Meg, Kara, and Lois left one Friday evening and were asked not to come back on Monday morning. Beryl saw the writing on the wall and quickly found employment at a private PBX. They had Jana and Liz stop routing calls and write up some kind of best practices document instead. It was their final task as exchange employees. Some of the girls were reassigned to other divisions. Connie, I think, was checking residential meters. Sachiko and Wilma were moved into energy sales, cold calling businesses to see if they needed to upgrade their electricity plan. At least they were still on the phone. Then it was just Loretta, Angie, and me. We were swamped. The hours were hell and hard on the throat. The voice with the smile became a croak. I was gargling warm salt water in the break room, sipping from a thermos full of hot honey broth stashed under my chair. Oh, I brought a lot of extended technique to the switchboard in those days. Oh hey, it sounds like he got his thing to work. Pretty good to me. Yeah, I'm impressed. So, where was I? Wait, where did my dude go in the boat? It was all about timing your breath. Some girls got lightheaded during doing too many calls in a row. With that upbeat, dynamic inflection, they made us keep everything intelligible. It was very physical. So after a few months, it was just me. A new automation strategy was announced, and this place was rechristened Consolidated Auxiliary Switch Number 30. He's boating around. Oh, I see the dog's over here. Homer's over here. Are you lonely? If it's automated, what do you do here? Let's ask what do you do here? It's not fully automated. There's still gaps in functionality that needs a human touch. And you know, it really is all about touch here. Sound is a vibration, and touch you feel in your ear, so my voice is my touch. When we're talking, we're touching, even on the phone. That's an electric touch, an intimate little shock that makes your tiny hairs tremble. But that's not even what I mean when I say that it's all about touch here. When the power company first tried automating this old exchange with the fancy new transistor arrays, the switchboard caught fire. It was just too much, too fast. So they tried using some clunky old mechanical relays, but then the calls were getting mismatched and out of sync. It was a nightmare. Their technicians determined that the phone system down here had been designed ad hoc over decades around the specific tempo of its human operators. So, short of replacing the whole thing, not to mention all the wiring, they'd have to work out the exact timing of every little human gesture that goes into routing a phone call. And that, officially, is my role here. I run the switchboard for the whole exchange. Once the work of 12. I like to remind you, they had some kind of machine somewhere that tracks how long it takes me to do each little thing. The caller never hears my voice now. They dial, my little indicator lights switch on, and I make the connection. You miss talking. You know, there's something that bothers me about the process besides the fact that I'm training my replacement, who isn't even human. Here's what I mean. How long do you think it should take to time my every move and recreate that timing in an automated switchboard? Rough estimate. A month? I don't know. That's what I said, but this thing has been going on for over a year, and a very dark thought has started to nag at me. What if there's no cheap machine that's going to replace me? What if it's cheaper just to keep me here, filling in for the rhythm of the operators? What if I'm the cheap machine? Why don't you just quit? You're not a machine. In this economy? No, you're probably right. Working in silence for peanut shells, waiting to be replaced by a robot, doesn't sound very dignified, does it? The reality is that I've been working here for my whole adult life. I came here as a girl, and I'll leave here as a middle-aged woman. I don't know if I'm ready to be here yet. I sound like Giselle, haha. Oh, the parcel. Right over there by the lamp is fine. Thanks for dropping that off. Take care. Think of me when you dial 0. Okay. What the fuck? No, my friend! Where are you going? You're ditching me for the skeleton dudes. Okay. Is he dead now? Did his drinking get to him? Can't believe he just left. That wasn't cool. What about Homer? You left Homer. She returned on the dinghy alone. She had a strong and sudden urge to shut the motor off and let the current take her, but she couldn't work out where that impulse came from, so she did her best to resist it. She met a family of 5 on a flat-bottomed skiff. She met a guitar player pedaling a floating bicycle with his dog in tow. I don't know. Family of 5. Here we go. The boat was loaded to capacity with black plastic bags and a few larger pieces of furniture wrapped in a blue tarp. Bree paddled the 2 adults and older child. The 2 younger children slept. They'd been traveling all night, first by car, and then for the last few hours by boat. Hungry and tired, they didn't even plan to stop until they reached West Virginia, where a relative had offered to take them in. But the adults were happy to take a break from paddling in weary silence. They asked her about her river journey. They brought some food. The kids had picked the garden clean earlier in the day, so they had been snacking on fresh bell peppers and tomatoes and some crackers, rationing carefully for the trip. They wished her well and paddled on towards West Virginia. Okay, I guess we're meeting everybody. He said they took turns. The water was cold, and the floating bicycle, while technically marvelous, wasn't quite buoyant enough for both of them. Swimming is hard work, the hardest work that dog ever done, he expected. They've been traveling this way for most of the night, struggling through the icy water, stopping to recover when they could find a rock large enough to start a small campfire. He had his belongings stuffed into a weathered guitar case at the end of a thin rope. It floated pretty well, so he only had to keep an eye on it, occasionally free it from the rock or some driftwood when it was caught on. She asked if he had a guitar in his case or just clothes. Let's invite them in. He appreciated the offer, but they weren't in a hurry. Okay. Flower salesman. They floated alongside in buoyant pots, bobbing untethered. He corralled them with a long pole in the stream of small adjustments. Okay. She leaned out over the water to get a closer look. She made small talk. He was alert and easygoing. His day was just beginning. He used to work at the balloon barn. The balloon barn. I wonder if they sold balloons. But it closed down. When he wasn't selling flowers, he'd hang out by the highway and listen to the sounds the cars made, study them carefully, and then learn to reproduce them in his own voice. He was working on a record. Oh, like that guy from Police Academy. He could recreate all these cool sounds with his mouth. He drifted away with the current, pushing his flowers along with the raft. She gave in, shut off the motor, and floated for a while. Then she knew what she'd been craving, a moment of silence. Dude, I still can't believe our friend ditched us. Left Homer, too. Also, he lied to me. He said he was going to be floating in his boat, and he left. Well, that doesn't look good. What's with all the debris? supposed to do something? Okay, I guess I'm gonna look up what am I supposed to do here without doing anything. Act 4, right? Next part has the only real-time choice in the game. So page you see Conway Rudolph with the distillery boys with a pier above Homer. Make a choice at a time. Oh. I hope I chose something correct. The dog will leave with Shannon. The dog will stay with Conway and won't appear in Act 2. Oh, I hope I chose what the dog comes with me. Motor. Okay. Shannon will eventually rejoin the Monkey Mammoth. Did my game, like, freeze or something? I don't get what it wants me to do. Let me try a different guide here. Oh, did it finally? Oh, okay. I just had to wait around. Jesus Christ. Hey, Sky, how's it going? So I don't know actually what choice I made. I just clicked on a arrow. Oh, I guess the dog isn't with me. Boo! I made the wrong choice. Did you stream the play novel yet? Hello out there, headed up or down? Looking for the crew. It's up here every morning. I expect they're upstairs now, and Ida's got coffee going. I could use a cup myself. It's cold down there. I'll head on upstairs. She'll take care of you. I'll be along in a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you feel better. Are you going to try streaming it tomorrow? Okay. Just in time. We've already finished eating. We're about to place a to-go order for Clara. She's back on board getting ready for her show. Take a look at the menu. I'm sure there's something you'll like. Ida is a bit of a local celebrity for her cooking, I mean. Hey, Ezra, I was just asking about you. He's around the corner playing a video game. Maybe go let him know you two are back, or... Where's the old man anyway? He ditched me? And that is not a video game. That is a crane game. Aw, bad luck. You'll get it next time. Hey, got a quarter? He's almost got this. It's true. Sure. Thank you. So, where's he left? They took him? Damn, yeah. He really got himself in this situation there. Yeah. I'm gonna go sit down. Cool. Oh, the food's good here. I think everyone else is finishing up, but you could probably get something to go. What's your affiliate code for Konami Shop? I'm trying to order the Happy Night, and I want to make sure you get... Oh, it's, Kemi_bro. It's not gonna work for the Silent Hill 4 stuff, though, for some reason. I think it's Kemi... Hold on, let me double check. I don't even remember my own affiliate code. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, it's Kemi_row. Yeah, it doesn't work for the Silent Hill 3 or the Silent Hill 4 stuff, which is weird. Man, I'm bummed I didn't get the dog with me. Oh well. So, let's see what's on top of the pile here. There's a stuffed octopus, a plastic bag full of clamshells, a cowboy hat, and some big old headphones. That octopus has a leg wrapped around the boombox underneath it. The shells are pretty clear, but I don't know if it's the claw can really grip the bag well. The cowboy hat is in the corner, so it's kind of tricky to tell if it's wedged in or not. Those headphones might be a good bet, but I can't see the cord. It could be wrapped around something. What are you going to try for? I guess let's go for the headphones. Good call. I think that's our best bet. Okay, when I put this quarter in, you'll have about 8 seconds to grab your prize. The headphones are on the right, pretty close to the middle. Let me know if you need help lining it up. I've got a slightly different view of the field up here. Ready? Here we go. You need to push it back farther. Okay, what? Okay, front left. Machine. Too far to the left, you need to push it back farther. Okay, I'm still far to the left. Okay. Yay! We did it. Next month, I'm probably gonna pick up the Eileen head or Incubus skate deck if they're still. Yeah, they're both still available. Just know that when you order the Incubus skate deck, you're gonna have to wait about 60 days. So it's like a pre-order right now again. Aw, what? I guess the house always wins, except on Tuesdays. Hey, listen. Sounds like that old man you were following around, I guess he had to leave. Is he coming back? Is he okay? I should go with him? Yeah, he's okay. I mean, I'm sure he could be better, but I don't think we need to worry about him. I don't know, I'm worried. He's with the skeleton guys, and now he's a skeleton. And I think I killed his dog. Anyway, I don't know what kind of plans you have now, but if you need help figuring out your next move, you can always talk to me and Miss Junebug. Just wanted to make sure you know that. Could I keep going with you? Hey, I got no objection. We have a pretty ad hoc thing going on, me and Junebug. I'd have to talk to her, but I bet you're welcome to tag along for a while if you're into it. Hey, maybe we still have time to poke around this place a little. They have some pretty weird, wild stuff in here. Hey, did you see this? They keep a table full of fake food over here. I've never known why. Actually, I think it might be real food coated with shellac or something. Preserved. Oh, and look! This tentacle-looking thing is half-eaten. This is someone's meal they didn't finish. Yeah, tentacle gross. Man, I don't know. Some people really like that stuff. I had some fried calamari once at a guest. Okay, fried calamari is delicious, but I don't know if I'd trust it from a gas station. It's pretty good, but I stripped a gear trying to chew the beak. They're supposed to take that out. If Sam and Ida preserved this half-eaten meal, it must have been pretty important to them, right? Maybe it belonged to someone they care about, like a beloved uncle had a mid-meal stroke, so they kept it in his memory. Oh, that's dark. Yeah, like those sunflower seeds my folks left behind. Oh, I'm sure your folks are fine, though. Are you worried about them? Yes, it's weird that they just disappeared. No, they're gone. There's nothing to worry about. I just miss them. Yeah, listen, it's okay to be worried. You're doing fine. Weird. Somehow I thought it was his truck and the delivery and all. It was. That's what she's saying, but he gave it to her before they took him away. But you're going to deliver it anyway? Why? He's my friend. He needs my help to finish his job. It's on my way. Somebody's waiting for those antiques. That's right. He's our friend too. Johnny and I will help you unload when we get there. To Johnny. Lift with your legs, Cricket. Yes, ma'am. You ordered the blankets? Nice. I got the... I only got the Eileen skate deck in the poster from the Silent Hill 4 stuff that they put out. So, how was everything? How was the sweet cave snail? Devastating. You're a killer, Ida. Well, I can't take all the credit. Sam came across a whole cave snail colony down there about a year back, and we've been leaving rock candy for them to gorge on since. We just started harvesting earlier this month. Yes, it's all about patience down here. Everything grows more slowly in the dark. There's a fish in the lake life that lives to 200 years? Whoa. And its flavor profile only develops in about 75. I've got a pot of bones in there that I've been stewing for at least a week. I don't even remember why. I'm going to put them on. Come to think of it, I don't even remember what kind of bones they are. Well, that's kind of weird. Oh, we need one for the road. Clara said she wanted, something primordial, she said. What does that mean? Must have meant something simple. Maybe she meant something old-fashioned. I think she meant something very deep from the lake. I don't know. Let's look up what that word means. I know it's probably primordial. Existing at or from okay, that's what I thought. From the beginning of time. Especially or state quality, basic and fundamental. Okay, so something simple. Ah, could be. Yeah, it's nice seeing your collection grow as well. I'm excited that they're actually putting out new merch for people to get, and they don't have to pay an arm and a leg for, which is nice. Here, you pick. I'm no good at this. What about balsamic carrot, old cavefish with a small salad and scallop, blind prawn cakes with cranberry butter sauce. She probably like spicy blind salamander and rice, barnacle cauliflower soup, mussel hot pot. I don't know. None of these sound simple. Charred blind salamander with cranberry black bean relish, pork and shrimp gumbo. That sounds simple. Let's just say this. Good choice. Your friend will love it. I'll have it right out, sweetie. We used to steam those juicy, but I prefer them smoked now. Sorry I startled you, sweetie. Whose food is this? Why didn't they finish their meal? Why is it hard? This is the driver's table. This was the driver's meal. This food is about 15 years old. It's true. Things were different then. Nobody came to eat here. We were fighting just to keep the lights on. Sam, my husband, Sam, was depressed. He couldn't catch anything. That was part of the problem. Most of what we served was shipped in frozen or dried, and I just threw it in the fryer. We've both come a long way since then. Well, two young men came in for dinner, seasoned drivers. They said over 10,000 hours between them. In Lake Leith alone, they've been out all day, salvaging parts from a riverboat wreck, and had worked up a fierce hunger, they said. They'd ordered the whole menu without even looking. It was a short menu in those days. I sat them right here and went back to the kitchen. Sam was at the next table doing a Sudoku and drinking malt liquor, his usual routine at the time. An hour later, I was cleaning up when Sam came bursting into the kitchen. Ida, he said, kind of frantic, these drivers are still hungry. Bring them another course. And I said, they already ordered the whole menu. Sam said, make something new. Keep making up dishes, whatever. Just keep bringing out food. So I did until the small hours of the morning. I made up many new dishes that night. I could write a book, and it was good, inspired. But I was working so hot and fast at the burning edge of inspiration, I didn't think to write any of it down. And I was so wrecked with exhaustion the next day, I knew I couldn't remember what all I'd done in the kitchen. Sam thought we could take a photograph of the leftovers, but we couldn't get the lighting right, so we just select the whole table. Now when I need inspiration for the menu, I come and look here and think about all those ingenious dishes I threw together for those drivers. Of course, they didn't pay their full bill. I heard one of them complaining to the other, let's just pay half and let them charge the other half to whatever demon in the kitchen kept making up food faster than we could ask for it. But it all worked out. Things have really turned around since then. This place is actually pretty popular now. The success in our expanded menu inspired Sam, too. He started bringing back the most magnificent ingredients from his nightly dives. Hey, Fraud, how's it going? How's this game? Well, it's just kind of like reading a book, mainly. And it's kind of depressing. But it has a neat art style. Oh, I'm looking at the guide. I could have gotten the headphones. I wonder why I didn't hang on to it. Oh well. Well, buddy, I guess you're the catch of the day. The one and only. So what are you? You look like, well, some kind of squid. I guess. Kind of mopey little guy, huh? Yeah. I can see it in your eyes. You smell like sort of buttery. Well, that should just be fine. Skin feels like sandpaper. Huh. Well, she'll figure something out. I think I'll call you Markswood. Ever seen a creature like me before? You're pretty far down there. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the first, except there were two divers who went in before me long ago. Maybe that was before your time. How old are you anyway, I wonder? They ate here once, back in the bad old days, two young guys. Could have been brothers, maybe. I was over in the corner with my coffee and crossword. I haven't been able to catch a thing, so Ida just fried up something from Frozen. Well, these guys were hungry enough to eat it and ask for more, and they did at least as much talking as eating. See, like I said, they were divers. Did I say drivers before divers? And like I said, they might have been brothers. They had a kind of rivalry going between them or something. Oh, it's raining? Boo. It kind of trying to snow a bit, so is it all kind of slushy? You have school today? I was about to write up their check, but I slipped calmly and quietly into the kitchen for a minute and told her just to keep bringing out food. I figured they wouldn't notice, caught up in their boasting as they were, and I wanted to listen. They went back and forth for hours about all the deep and dangerous dives they'd been on, the new tunnels they discovered, all the weird creatures they encountered. At the weirdest depths of the lake, it was like a dance. No, like a boxing match. Each story went deeper than the last. And I listened to every word of it, memorized every description of every tunnel and diving route they discovered. That's my map now, you see. For 15 years, I've been using routes those two young divers discussed right there at that table. Yeah, I could write a guidebook to the depths of this lake, but I wouldn't. Oh, but I don't dare. Someone would steal my good diving spots, and then where would we be? See, people come here from all over just to try our daily catch, because they know it's unique. Aren't you proud? Since I can't write any of it down, I just preserve that table where they had their meal so I can look at it to jog my memory. Like they were eating pickled crab when they talked about that shipwreck full of salamanders. Pretty clever, huh? It's my own secret code. Well, I'll be straight with you, Black Squid. There is one feature of this arrangement that I find unsettling. In fact, I lose a decent amount of sleep over it. I told you those boys were competing, right? One-upping each other. I mean, each getting wilder and more adventurous as they traded tales. This game is long. Yeah, it is. I have one more one more act or chapter, and then I think it's done. We lost the old guy and the dog, which I'm sad about, because I made a mistake. All right, that's a way all against the risk that I'm headed right into a dangerous falsehood. One of those men could have felt for a moment like he was losing some ground in their little duel, so he could have slipped a fake one in there, maybe told a fib about some dive he went on and found a colony of blind shrimp living in a discarded refrigerator. And when I get down there, my diving bell cracks open on a sharp rock, and he said that fridge would be, and that's the end of Sam and Ida's. To be honest, that possibility puts the fear of death in me every time I touch water. Hey Sam, good haul tonight? We'll see what she can make of it. Yeah, pretty good I think. I hit some trouble down by the narrow tunnel, some kind of fast-growing freshwater barnacles. Just about sealed it up. I picked away for a half an hour before I gave up and went around the other way. But I caught the catch of the day. That's the important part. That's what people travel for. Okay, squid, yeah. Don't know how she'll fix him, but that sandpapery quality ought to do something for, what do they call it? Mouthfeel? Will you stay for a drink? I got a dark rum that goes well with coffee. We're about to leave, but thanks. Just passing through. Hey, aren't we all? Oh, she got your food ready. You all enjoy your meal, alright? Okay, are we done with this chapter now?
This world is not my home. I'm just passing through. My treasures and my hopes are placed beyond the blue. Many friends and kin have gone on before, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have.
See that? Just looks like a swirling mess of garbage, doesn't it? Well, that's what it is. I don't know why trash seems to collect right there. Of all the spots around on the lake, it's always been that way. Everyone just navigates around it like it was an island or something. Those all-in-one desks like they have in schools, if I remember right. It's been a few years since I saw the inside of one. Those must have washed down from somewhere. I've never known there to be a school on the lake. Oh, there was a Gemini School of Beauty. It was run by sisters, Cassie and Paula, indistinguishable except for their haircuts, but I wouldn't think they'd have used desks like that. We used to stop there most every night to let someone off for a cheap haircut, student stylist, you know. I spared many a sailor the pain of a botched do-it-yourself do. But I guess they got in deep to the power company. Those blow dryers and curling irons burn a lot of coal. It's a shame they had to close down. The haircuts are gone, but the hair keeps growing. Yeah, this cluttered place makes a decent local museum. is as good as history as I could ever tell. We arrived at the small houseboat neighborhood that sometimes hosted concerts with the pleasure of its residents, where Clara has scheduled that night to perform. Come on, don't make me wait like 3 minutes for you to move on. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go get a drink of water. Oh, figures. Okay. Ezra stayed on the tugboat to help clear their performance. I guess we'll go watch it.
Hey, Whitney.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, I'm just like looking to see. Okay, you're not ready for answering questions. Makes your recordings a teacher, Ezra. Okay. Remember, the ceiling was glass. During the week, the room was a greenhouse. I don't know where they put all the plants when they had bands in. Maybe outside if the weather was nice. It was nice that night, warm, smelled like spring. I remember the folding chairs, so uncomfortable, but I guess it was their only option. They had to pack everything up during the week, so there'd be room to display the flowers. The tape stuff sounds good. The kid's doing a good job. Yep, he's a natural-born tape player. I was talking back at Sam and Ida's. He seems a little lost. Yeah, he lost his family. And then he lost the old guy. Another lost soul. Well, he's in good company. Maybe he could travel with us for a bit. Not sure that's a good idea. We were in the back, kind of looking around, people watching, passing messages in code. I remember cat sleeping on a chair, girl playing a video game, bearded guy sleeping in a chair with a bowl of chili in his lap. She was a scrawny calico We've seen her there before. She must have lived there. I wonder if she preferred the peace and quiet of the daytime flower shop or the buzz of activity and ear-scratching strangers that came with nighttime concerts. Why do all the best music venues have living cats? I would have been content just to sit in that folding chair and drift on Cyrano's rap steel sound waves. But you were feeling restless, so we went for a walk. If I sound hesitant or something, it's just... When we met, we were nothing. Just these little gray shadows. And we grew, we filled in, and we did all that together. Ezra, sure, he's just a kid, but he's already a person. What would that do to our system, our chemistry? There's a horse tied in the parking lot. We turned into an alley. Let's look at the horse. I wanted to go find him food. Empty street. Hey, I got the masters for the new record back from Lazar. They're okay, but What? You listened to them without me? You were at the pet shop. I didn't think I could tear you free. Oh, okay. Anyway, there are a few spots where the strings distorted a little, and the whole thing has way too much reverb. But overall, it sounds pretty good. The new drum machine fits right into the mix. Nice. The only question is how to do it live. I can't control the drum machine and sing and dance at the same time, and you've got your hands full of guitar. We sat on a bench. We found a shoebox. I put my head on your shoulder. We heard soft music from a car radio, but we couldn't see the car. It must have been around the corner or down an alley or something. You tapped your foot and hummed. I made up lyrics, but didn't play them out loud. We got back to the greenhouse just as Clara was turning up. She relaxed her shoulders, took a deep breath, raised both hands into their precise positions, and the room started shaking. Clara hit a note that made the glass rattle in the sympathy of a perfect 2 octaves lower. She looked like a sorceress tearing down the building with an effortless wave and incredible focus, coaxing the empty air into some kind of moaning, rattling demon. That's the thing about therium. It's the only instrument you never touch. You could see a wave of concern propagating through the greenhouse, people looking at the trembling glass ceiling, looking at each other to see if anyone else was worried, trying to catch Clara's eye and discern if she was doing it on purpose or not, if she were really trying to bury us all in glass. So listen, if that kid really wants to tag along and you really want to try to make this a trio, then I guess. Think you could teach that kid to play a drum machine? Ma'am, I could teach your dog to play a drum machine. Well, that's our backup plan. The tense 5 minutes, we, the audience, alternated between fearing for our lives and lamenting hers that could have given her the kind of emotional experience to play this devastating song. Then slowly, gently, Claire's hands came to her rest. The area went quiet, the glass stopped rattling, and the room relaxed unharmed. Okay. I met a photographer once, one in particular. She even took my portrait. I can't imagine why. She said it would immortalize me. That was a metaphor, of course. She meant I'd never be forgotten. Ugh. And she was just barking. Not far from here, actually. The film fell out of her bag, and she was borne away by the current. I was working on deck at the time. She shot me a sad, apologetic glance, but I wasn't bothered, so shamed to be forgotten. Oh my god, Act 4 is a lot of scenes. What's this place like? Dogwood Drive? It's in a small town, or... I really don't know. I got the manifest the old man had in his truck here. Assets, antiques, mail order delivery, no return address, shipping address, 5 Dogwood Drive, packing list, and then it's just numbers. I guess the inventory numbers of the antiques he was supposed to be delivering. Anyway, I'm glad you're coming with us. Yes, I'm always eager to see more of the country, and I enjoy the company. I will have to find a bus or a train to get on to Nashville by evening. Well, they have buses everywhere, right? Or hey, I could drive you to Nashville. Seems I have a truck now, only... How are we going to get it up these stairs? That's quite a staircase. Is there never a route? A tunnel or something? Is there something we could do with rope? There's no way to get these trucks up these stairs, is there? No way out but up. Guess we could wait for the mammoth to come back around and take us a little further down, but that won't be until late afternoon. Looks like we're making the rest of this trip on foot. Is it safe just to leave the truck here? I don't even know what's in there. What if it's too much to carry? No, we've been loading and unloading gear since the stars were young. We're our own roadies, right? We got expertise. Alright, Cricket, let's get this delivery packed and tied into bundles. We're hiking it upstairs. What is in there? Antiques, I guess. Antiques. Yeah, antiques are... It's like junk, but people will pay for it. Oh. Sorry, I guess I'll have to be taking the bus after all. It's okay. It will be an adventure. Tired? Don't worry, lady. We're almost there. Not late, am I? This must be our guest. Maybe she's delivering a video. Who's this person? Oh, hi. You must be, Oh, sorry, I'm Maya. Right, the traveling artist. Welcome. I'm Emily. I, work here. Great. Rita says you're the producer? Oh, did she? I guess so. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I know the feeling. You weren't around earlier at the lunch thing? No, I don't live in town. I just come to work on the station. Really? That's quite a hike, isn't it? I know some shortcuts. Oh, okay. So, do you... No, I'm fine, thanks. I'll just find somewhere to perch until you folks are ready. I got a lot to digest mentally. Well, and it was a big lunch. But I spent most of the afternoon examining the mounds. Oh, the burial mounds? Yeah, that's why I came down here, to see them up close and make some sketches. They're amazing, right? They make me uncomfortable, to be honest. It seems kind of weird to build a town in a graveyard. Sure, every town has a graveyard, but usually the town comes first. Okay, I'll check if Rita's ready. You can just hang out back here somewhere. Let you know when it's time to come on set. Great, thanks for having me. You too, you know what I mean? Why am I so awkward with visitors here? Just used to seeing the same 12 people day in and day out, I guess. So I just made it before the sky broke open. It's the floor staying dry. My left boot has a hole. Looks like the ceiling's holding up okay, just the usual leaks. Ben and Bob working on a project. Miss you, cross-eyed? At least the floor is staying dry. Okay. So wait, can I click on stuff? Okay, I found the radio in the woods a week or two ago. Whoa! TV! Time to start the show. Patch wire up the image processor. Slow-mo, crow. Keep an eye on the control bone. Keep up the good work, Mo. Video databank. Help with the weather reports. Okay. Okay, ready when you are. How does it look outside? Gross. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Saturn is in retrograde. What does that even mean? I was just thinking the same thing. Yep. Think I'll let up? I guess we'll see what Elmo says. My poor tomatoes. Okay, in 3, 2. Hi, it's Rita. This is your evening broadcast. 8192. Wow, it's really raining out there. Damn, I can hear it from here. We have a few leaks. Put some pots and bowls underneath them, thanks. Ron for lending us your extra pots and bowls. Hope you had a good day despite the weather, although it was really nice weather, right? I had a good day today. I met a new friend. She's going to join us in about a minute or so. Maybe you saw her earlier around lunch, or you didn't meet her, then you'll meet her in a minute. Or you met her already, you can still want to hang out. I'm sure there's plenty we can talk about. Wow, so this is 8192. Is that right, Emily? Sounds reasonable. Yep. That's a lot of broadcasts. I came in around the 5s, so I've only been around for half of them. Back then, in the 5s, let's see, I did Night Noise, and then we had Swap Show, and the bird show, and people were just coming in and dropping off tapes all the time, and now, well, it's just the evening broadcast. But it's not like, I'm not saying we're in decline or anything like that. I love the evening broadcast. I think it was the first show we'd had on here. It's the first show not produced by the power company. Yes, wait, no, well, technically. It's the first community show, yeah. Those hypnotic, fuzzy old tapes about safe wiring, those empty, humming shots of trees and glowing-eyed animals, that nasty, paranoid propaganda saying animals. Before that, it was just security footage from the woods. Yeah, so it's the spine of the station, or maybe it's the heart. Or is it the skin? What part of the WEVP body do you think this is? Why don't you come on by and tell us about it? We're going to be here for another 30 minutes or so. If you don't want to brave the storm, you can always give us a call. Same number as always. Okay, so we're going to start with the tape. This is an old one. It's one of mine, but maybe you haven't seen it. Or if you've seen it, it's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten. Shit! What? She asked me to cue up her tape. Un pueblo de nada. Where is it? I don't know. It's probably still shelved. I'll find it. Thank you. Someone should come in here and label all these. Red. Okay. I instead of start following all the stuff by language, so we fell on the shelf here. Nope. There we go. Got it. Here you go, Mo. Hold off on playing this until Rita's done setting it up. Thanks, babe. Some people that lived here a long time ago, before the company town, before the airstrip, like over 100 years ago. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. To Emily. Ready, Emily?
Esto fue liberar a los caballos. Llegaron de Florida.
This is cool. Have you seen it before? Is she being genuine right now? Just making small talk? I should say something else. Yeah, it's something else. No, I'm convinced. It's not a bad way to learn about history, though. The people of nothing. We still have a few of these worn-out notebooks they left. I guess that guy from the university took the rest? What did he say he was working on? Oh, right, the Archive of Utopian Thought. Some big restoration project, I guess. Now, the people of nothing are on a shelf somewhere here on this tape. It is history, right? Or is it just a story? I guess it's kind of a memorial. Those are always sad. A memorial to the people who used to live here. Or is there even a difference? Although now the tape is just here on a shelf, every once in a while we dust it off and it shuffles around the airwaves again like an old dog. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Oh no, wow, I'm sorry, I just have some weird shit going on in my head tonight. You know what I mean? Sure, it's okay. Sorry, I spaced out. Don't worry about it, you should. Oh, should I go sit? Yeah, it's almost over. So, where are you staying tonight? Here in town. Oh, good. Yep. Even before the storm came in, I thought it'd be nice to get some rest before the long hike back to the highway. Ron offered his loft? What? He said I could sleep in his loft. Oh, honey. He's talking about his barn. Ron, nobody wants to sleep in your barn. Ron shrugs. It's not haunted. Haunting's aside, it's not a very comfortable barn. I mean, I could sleep anywhere, but I think the last time Bob slept in there, he needed a tetanus shot after, and that's Bob. He's a hypochondriac. I'm not sure he really needed it. You'll stay at my place. Oh, thanks. Start coming, should probably find somewhere to stay out here tonight. Maybe I'll just sleep here in the studio. Well, I guess the loft is free if I dare. Maybe the store won't be so bad. Stay in the studio. You need anything? Actually, do you have an extra toothbrush? It'd be nice to sleep under the stars. I think I do, actually, yeah. Oh my god, I've been in the woods, you know? Right, and I actually used a twig this morning. I kind of chewed it up one end. I've done that. Really? Disappointed. I thought I invented it. Even better, you could chew on some pine needles. It really freshens your breath. I mean, it's not perfect. Wow, that's roughing it. Just close your eyes and pretend, I guess. Right, exactly. And even then, it's just not the same as a real toothpaste. What the hell are they talking about? Do they even know? What the hell are they talking about? Oh, okay. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, that was from, it's several years old. I can't remember exactly. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, thank you, Maya. What's next? I brought in a tape. Oh, okay, you good? All queued up. I'm gonna check on the boys. Ben and Bob were sitting on the couch, poking at electronic innards of a radio. Ben, so then it won't mute while it scans between stations. Okay. Because that's where they live, right? No. You just want the constant static noise. Right, the noise. That's where they live. They don't live anywhere, dude. They're ghosts. Okay, why does it matter where you tune the radio? It's like the soil in your garden. You need rich soil, right? Mashed up rotted leaves and stuff, like compost. Oh, hey, Em. How's the show? It's a normal night. Good, always fun to have a guest. Something for the shut-ins. Like the frog lady I've never seen inside her home, but Ron said she's up several hundred frogs at least. They used to just live in her bathtub, and someone saw her collecting old sinks and basins from abandoned houses. That's our little town. Stragglers, weirdos, and ghost hunters. The radio crackles as it scans rapidly across the spectrum. Snippets of voices mixed with colored noise and unfamiliar interference patterns. Did you hear that? That was definitely a voice from beyond the grave. Sounded like, I clearly heard dogwood in there. Yeah, it kind of sounded like frogwood to me. What the hell is frogwood? Man, don't tell the ghost what to say. Did you hear that, Emily? It must have been dogwood. Of course. It really doesn't matter. The ghost voices don't really come out until you play back the recording later. They only exist in recordings, like a copy without an original. A mirror reflecting something that is in the room. Eerily. Like the mounds. The barrel mounds here in town, you think they're haunted? No, or sure, probably, but I mean, they're like the reflection. The people who made them lived hundreds of years ago. That whole society is long gone, and now we have these lingering echoes without any trace of context. Yeah, that's kind of eerie. So the ghosts speak and we can't hear it, but the tape recorder can hear it. Is that right? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's more like the recording itself is a ghost. Like, that's what ghosts are. Recordings of events that didn't happen, but something keeps leaving new marks after it's gone, false memories. Oh, hello. It's Ron's big moment. So, okay, Ron, anything you want to tell us about that tape? Everything on that tape was wild. Really? Everything? Wild stuff indeed. Even the horses? Everything on that tape was wild. The horses wild? I thought those were horses here. Oh, the neighbors? We call the horses here the neighbors. No, I didn't recognize that one. Then I noticed some background sounds repeating. Someone telling the same hush story at the bar during every song. A door opening and closing exactly the same way. The lady who sold me the tapes, she added the bar sounds artificially. I think she recorded the music herself in her bedroom and put Richie's name on it. I don't think there are any wild horses anymore. Really? How could that be? Oh well, they've all been domesticated. They are the neighbors. Are the neighbors domesticated? We don't own them, no. They're, feral? The tapes live permanently in my truck over the years. They become my favorite Richie recordings. Oh, right. In your documentary, you said that people who used to live here had freed their horses. Exactly. But can you free your pet cat? But it won't turn back into a panther? Right. There's a kind of haunting, a kind of ghost, like Ben was saying. But everything is a ghost around here these days. It's a ghost town, people still living in it against all reason. The Pueblo de Nana vanished, the airstrip went bankrupt, the company town bungled in guilt and exploitation. Even the first people here, all we have left of them is their graves. What about the dogs? Oh yeah, Ron. Was the dog wild? Everything on the tape was wild. I just hope our ending isn't so dramatic. Maybe we can just decline peacefully into irrelevance, and then one day stop completely unnoticed. That sounds nice. It didn't look wild to me. I guess it's a matter of perspective. Not sure I agree, but now it's time for the weather. Thanks again, Ron. Well, the weather should be pretty wild. I can hear it for myself right now. Yeah, getting pretty intense out there. Do you get storms like this a lot? More and more. And of course, there's actual ghost. Alright, here's Elmo with the weather report, and lucky us, we also have a Cyrano Cole who stopped by to add some drama musically. I hear he's going to be at the Rum Colony later tonight if you need a cocktail after the show. So let's go live with Elmo for the weather report. Oh, is Elmo ready? I should make sure the camera's pointed in the right direction. What does this have to do with anything? Come on. Where do you get your supplies, Elmo? Ben has a guy in. Oh wait, you mean the projection stuff? I mail ordered these candle dyes. This other stuff is just mineral oil. Like you can get it at the drugstore. The projector, somebody left it here, man. Incredible. Actually, it was the girl who does the pirate video stuff, you know? Jamming our signal. Weaver. Yeah, a resident ghost. Ghost, huh? You think she's dead? Doesn't matter. Not. Yes, you're right. A ghost is just an absent person, whether they're dead or not. That's what I think. Hey, you think she'll get us tonight? It's about time, right? Plus, Saturn's in retrograde. So I hear. I know they're bad for the general vibe around here, but can I be honest? I kinda like it when she busts in and takes over our signal. It's like a log falling on the road, reminds you that this is all used to be trees. Her performances were cool though. Never saw her perform, but I heard about it. Oh yeah, I saw her do it a few times. I was into it. She did lectures, right? Yeah, you could say that. I thought of them as storytelling sessions. She talked for hours and shuffled through slide after slide of shapes, numbers, and weird constellations. Who knows what any of it meant. And this was her projector. Right. I don't know where she got it though. It still works really well. I got a spare bulb at the resale shop, but I haven't had to use it yet. What happened to the rest of her stuff? I bet her slides are still in here in the studio, maybe with the posters. Sherry has all the Weaver's old notebooks. I know that. She kept them in her archive, you know? Big blue filing cabinet with the daisies painted on. Yeah, anyway, the really hard part is to find these two pieces of glass. They have to be paired very precisely. I had to get these from the clock store over in Glasgow. That's where they come from. Clock faces. Thanks for the tips, dude. Anytime, dude. Oops. Okay, I don't know what this has anything to do with anything. Thanks, Elmo and Sarah. So next we have a selection from the video database. You're gonna like this one, Maya. This one's about caves. Oh, yeah, local caves. We play this one a lot. It's pretty cool. Oh, but we have a phone call. Should we get it now or should we wait? We'll get it now. Okay. Hey, Insomniosis. How's it going? Hello, WEVP. Okay, Jeff. Well, I'm doing okay. There's some crazy weather going on in the game. doesn't seem really safe to be standing in standing water with all these electronics. Hello? Was that the storm, or was it the damn phone lines? Man, they're really flaky. Business as usual. He has a really soothing voice. That's Jeff. He's a regular caller. He's asleep. Huh? Oh, well, let him sleep. Well, let's play the tape. This is cave art. It's a classic around here. I'm excited. Looks like Mo's got this one all queued up. Way to go, Mo. So Weaver is a ghost. By some agreed upon definition and mechanics, that means WEVP-TV is haunted. We should be doing something about that. Aren't you supposed to, like, have an exorcism or something? You can't just leave a place haunted. That would be negligence. I miss her, though. Guess there are good ghosts and bad ghosts, like spiders, good in the garden, bad in the shower. What the hell? What the hell was that? I'll check it out. Yikes! Did we go help? Oh no. Tape is over. What did you think? It's great. Oh, I like that one. Kind of. That sounded pretty close. Are we gonna die because of standing water in this station? Oh no, is the power out? Or is it just the lights? I don't know. It's like, I'll take a look. Maybe if you use blue a relay or something. Trouble with? Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought the power was out. Yeah, it just came back on. Weird. Good though, you made it in this storm. Oh, I never miss an evening broadcast. To be honest, it's the only time we get to show. Sure, of course, that's great. Oh, ready to go? Ready. Yeah, this does not seem safe. What? We shouldn't be doing this. Did you fix it? It just came back on its own. It'll just take a second for the equipment to warm back up and we'll be on the air again. Spooky. It's a disaster out there. The neighbor's barn is basically underwater. Wow, just so completely, just completely flooded. I passed Ron on the way in. He's going to take a look and see if there's anything he can do. great. I look forward to hearing it. Yeah, I just hope we can keep going. We lost power a little while before, right? Better get started then. To the camera reading, to the outer tower. But Eagle flew you to your final bed. It's not the men who brought you there to sleep, the men who left you bloodied then fled. It chose mud in muddied water creek. To the wild turkey gobbled out in care, and wiped the moss beneath your eyelids clear. Did cardinals pull the wet twigs from your hair, and wash your hands and feet and trim your beard? When the wood ducks when the wood ducks dressed you in your resting gown, the pigeons fashioned shoes from leaves and bark, who then sewed flowers into a barrel crown. The one who made your headdress was a hawk. The men who broke your body, were they? The vultures stayed home on your funeral day. Emily, look at the monitor. Dude, be quiet. We're live right now. No, we're not. Look. That's not a broadcast. Damn, there she is. Elmo was right. What's wrong? It's her, Weaver. Oh, really? Tonight? Sorry about this, Maya. What's going on? Local prankster. She jams her signal every once in a while. Whenever the stars align. Damn, so how do you do it? Just wait until she's done. We've never been able to stop her from jamming us. I don't even know how she does it. She'll be back on in a minute, though. Don't worry. Okay, well, we have one act left, and it's almost 11, so I guess I'll stop here, and hopefully we can finish this game up tomorrow, then. Yeah, I don't know where this is going. This game is so strange. A bunch of reading, a bunch of, like, people leaving me. I don't know what's going on anymore. I thought we were just making a delivery. But, yeah. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow, and I'll speak to you all again real soon. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. It's going to Dogwood Drive. Well, I hope we get there. I hope we get there in Act 5. Unless we go in another tangent on something else. Also, I want to meet Weaver as well. Have a good night, you guys. Bye.